Since MJ won't get Kemba Walker some help, I'm going to do it. MJ been tripping lately, man. I got to admit, though MJ was an amazing player, probably the best we've ever seen, the front office stuff ain't really his job. You know, he's missed on some draft picks. He's missed on some draft picks. He gave out some money to players that are decent. But is Nicholas Batum really worth $27 million his last year? Oh my God, that's gonna be tough. But okay, Jordan has said for plenty of years that he never plans on trading Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker is a free agent this offseason, but since Jordan says he doesn't want to trade Kemba, my job is to get Kemba that help that he needs. Okay, Kemba has been playing like a superstar this year, and he's probably this season been the best point guard in the Eastern Conference. 60 point in the loss against the 76ers, then 40 point plus in the win against the Celtics last night. And in that game, in the last two games, basically, it's been the Kemba Walker show. He does have a little bit of help in Jeremy Lamb, and then last night, Tony Parker hit some big shots. But for the most part, it's really just been the Kemba Walker show, and I feel bad for him. So me as a GM, my job is to come in and try to get Kemba that help that he needs, all right? Unfortunately, 2K still hasn't fixed the start today thing, so we're starting at the beginning of the season. 2K has... I made a whole video about it, man. Check out that video. But in real life, we should be starting right here, but we're going to be starting right here because 2K's trash. But what I want to do, I'm going to simulate to right here. I don't know what our record will be, but I promise you it's not going to be... I think the Hornets are like 8-8. Let's just simulate to today's date and see what happens. Oh my God, are they really gonna keep it? Oh, so they were a little bit wrong. In real life, they're 8-8, but 2K got them at 9-7, which actually is not that terrible. Okay, so Kemba Walker, help. That's the number one on our priority list. There's another team out in the league right now that's going through absolute hell. So our job is to try to make a trade with that team to get one of their star players. Y'all know what team I'm talking about, right? Yeah, the Wizards have been going through some stuff, man. Bradley Beal said he's been putting up with the same stuff for 7 years. So I'm a free Bradley Beal. Oh my God, he's got 4-star value. That's going to be tough to trade for him. Okay, I want to free Bradley Beal. I'm going to give him Jeremy Lamb, who's a very decent player so far in this year in 2K. What is he averaging? He's averaging 12, 42%. Not terrible. He's not shooting the three very well, but he's not terrible right now. Oh, wait, was I looking at the wrong person? No, I was looking at the right person. Okay, so Jeremy Lamb. I'm going to give him a little taste of the future, Malik Monk. Listen, oh my God, Malik Monk has been balling in 2K. Okay, I like Malik Monk a lot, but we trying to get a little bit of greatness in Bradley Beal. Oh, his trade value did go down a little bit after we threw in Malik Monk. All right, next. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist to make the salaries work out, and then we're going to get your worst player, Thomas Bryant. What y'all say? They want a top 10 protected first, and they're going to throw in Troy Brown Jr. You know what? I don't hate it. But instead, can we get Jeff Green? And take away that, I don't want to throw the pick in there. Oh, they said no to the Jeff Green deal. Okay. Troy Brown Jr. Let's look at Troy Brown Jr. 19-year-old rookie out of Oregon. What's his strengths? What's his weaknesses? He's not a good shooter. He's a decent, very good playmaker for a small forward. Good defender. Good rebounder as well. Young A- potential. Do I pull the trigger on this deal? Top 10 protected first, man. What can we get? Can we somehow pick up Kelly Oubre? Trade exception. They want Tony Parker in a second, and they're going to throw in Thomas Satoransky. You have a deal. So in these rebuilds, I want to keep it somewhat realistic, but obviously not 100% realistic. Honestly, I don't think that trade is terrible. They got a little bit of the future, Malik Monk. Got a little bit of the now in Jeremy Lamb. I like the deal. Okay, so now we have that second star for Kemba Walker and Bradley Beal. Nick Batum, Marvin Williams, Cody Zeller. But off our bench, we also have Kelly Oubre, who's on the last year of his deal, so we will have to pay him this offseason. But very decent role player. And we're going to make it a 9-man rotation. I don't need Frank Kaminsky getting minutes. And hopefully this is a playoff team with Kemba, Bradley Beal, and then the role players we have. This should be a playoff team. I like it. I like it. I'm gonna give Kelly Oubre a little bit more minutes, and we're gonna roll. We're gonna simulate to the end of the season because I don't really care about the All-Star break or anything. Hopefully, we got a playoff spot. Stephen Curry won MVP. DeAndre Ayton Rookie of the Year. Tyreek Evans 6th Man. Defense Player of the Year went to Giannis, and Blake Griffin was Most Improved. Steve Kerr Coach of the Year with a 70-12 record. But do we have anybody from the Hornets? Nope, no respect on our names. I mean, it's not like we were crazy good or anything. We were okay. We finished as the 5 seed, which is, you know, pretty good when you think about the Hornets history. So I'll take that. And now we're going to go into the playoffs. We're going to make our rotation just 8 because we need our best players to play. Kemba Walker's overall goes up throughout the season to a 90. Bradley Beal goes up to just a 1 to 89 throughout the season. What did they average? Because I don't care about nobody on this roster really except for these two. 23.7 for Bradley Beal. And then 23 for Kemba Walker. So those are two-man show out there. First round against the Indiana Pacers. Should be a good series. They win game 1. Come on. Oh, okay. So maybe it's not going to be a good series. Huh. Are we going to get swept? No, we're not. Okay, see, I knew it wasn't going to go down that easy. We're coming back. Make it 3-3. Make it 3-3. Game 7. Oh, my God. We just came back from down 3-0. Yikes, Victor. Even though Victor had a good game, 12 for 17, 31 points, he did his thing. It was the rest of the squad. And then Bradley Beal in game 7 said, hold on, coach, I got us. Next round against the amazing Toronto Raptors. Game 1, we lose. I kind of know how this series is going to pan out. Do I? Okay, 2-1 them. 3-1 them, but we just came back from 3-0, baby. Okay, there it is. The Raptors are very good in 2K. We got to the second round, which I'm thinking about it. I think that's the furthest they've ever got in recent years. Maybe I'm wrong. But regardless, the Bulls made it to the... Oh my God! What did the Bulls do? The Bulls are in the championship. First of all, the Bulls are in the championship with this roster. Oh, they made a trade. They made a trade. Oh my God, Rolo. Jesus Christ, that picture's disgusting. They made a trade. They picked up Matthew Dellavedova and Andre Roberson. And they're in the... Okay. I'm sorry. I gotta see what happened. We traded Blakeney, Cristiano Felicio for Andre Roberson. That's a W of a trade for the Bulls. We traded Shaq Harrison and some money for Matthew Dellavedova. And beat the almighty Raptors in a 7-game. I cannot believe it. I said we. Look at me just being a Bulls fan. Yeah, they're gonna get swept. How did they make it that far? I don't know. But 2K be tripping. That's how you know 2K is just the fakest of the fake. But anyway, retirees, whatever, league meetings. I did load in the current draft class and everything, so you will see Zion Williamson and all them other guys. I don't think we won't have a lottery pick. We're going to have... Oh, did we trade our first round? We got the 14th pick. We got the 14th. Well, no, I'm the 20th pick. For some reason, I thought I was playing with the Wizards. We're the 20th pick, which is solid. We're going to... Do I want to fire James Borrego? We did just make the playoffs with him. He's a new coach, but his stats are trash, so I'm gonna fire him. And if I could get Greg Popovich to coach this team, I'm willing to give Greg Popovich the bag. That's the most I could give him. Ooh, I'm gonna give him one less than that because I don't like those numbers. And then we're also gonna offer this guy a deal, around the same money, just because we need a great head coach. We did very good with a bad one. So come on, one of these guys got to sign. Both rejected. Okay. So I guess we're going with Jacob Underwood. He's got no offers. And yeah, it looks like we bring back Steve Clifford. No. Jafe Underwood is going to be our coach. Boom. All right. Let's go to the draft. 20th pick. I don't know what we're going to get with the 20th pick, but I got some players on my roster that I want to trade, man. Like, Nicholas Batum's contract is ridiculous. So can we get rid of it, man? What type of year did he have? 9 points. We paying $25 million for a guy that averaged 5 points? No. We could send him over to the Warriors, but they want our first round pick. We get back Iggy, who ain't that much better, but at least he ain't making that much money. We could do this deal for Etuan Moore. Joe Harris. Same overall, way less contract. Yeah, I think I'm going to do the Joe Harris deal. Even though I like Montrezl Harrell a lot. I'm going to do the Joe Harris deal. Boom, Nick Batum. I'm sorry, brother, but you had to go. The Knicks have the #1 pick, which is funny. It could happen in real life, too. Let's simulate to the 20th pick. Let's see who's on the board. Hopefully, there's somebody worth picking up at the 20th. But, I mean, we're trying to somewhat compete. Keldon Johnson out of Kentucky. He's a shooting guard. He's a 77 overall. I think I'm going to go with him. Yeah. Give me those, and we're going to send to the end of the draft. I'm guessing he's not actually a 77. He's a 75, which is, I still take that at a shooting guard, all-around shooting guard. I didn't even look to see who else is up there. We got the guy out of Gonzaga there. Another Wiggins, Aaron Wiggins. I don't know that name. Is that Wiggins' brother? Maybe not. Jordan Brown, he's a 75 overall, second round pick, power forward out of Nevada. We're going to sign both of them up. And now this is where things get interesting. Bismack Biyombo takes his player option, which we knew he would, because why would Bismack Biyombo turn down $17 million? He wouldn't. But we have to re-sign Kemba. So that's our #1 priority right now. Re-sign Kemba Walker. We're going to trade Marvin Williams to the Warriors. They need bodies because something tells me one of their big players is going to sign somewhere else. So they need more bodies. Marvin Williams would be a nice backup power forward for them. But they throw me 2 firsts. I mean, maybe that's a bit unrealistic, but how am I going to turn down 2 firsts for Marvin Williams? So we did throw the contract at Kemba. He's got 2 offers. Let's just hope he takes ours because we gave him the big max, but the Jazz also gave him some good money. So hopefully Kemba just stays. Who knows though? All right, so here's player progression. Our young guy, Miles Bridges, gets better. He's going to be starting for us at the 3 without Nicholas Batum being there. Kelly Oubre gets a little bit better for our backup small forward. We re-signed him and Thomas Satoransky just because we needed those bodies to be filled. And that's it. Bismack Biyombo gets better. I know y'all telling me to trade Bismack Biyombo, but I know in real life there's nobody willing to take that money. So what I'm going to do, we're just going to keep it for 1 more year. And next year, we'll try to do our big splashes in the offseason. But this is what the roster is going to look like for now. I like the pickup of Joe Harris because he's one of the best shooters, actually, like statistically. So I like that he's going to be coming off our bench. Yeah, I like our roster, man. I like our roster. We should, again, make the playoffs. I don't think we're going to be like a 1 or 2 seed. But it's a race. No, it's not. It's a marathon, not a sprint. That's the saying. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Let's go to these trainings. We only got 1 of them. We're going to send Miles Bridges to potential camp to get him a little bit better for next season because next season is the year I want to try to actually compete. But let's get this rotation down. I think I'm going to make Joe Harris a shooting guard. Hopefully that makes his overall goes up. Let's see. Joe Harris. It makes it go down a little bit, actually. I can make Kelly Oubre a shooting guard. I mean, I guess they could just play together. But that's what the rotation looks like, man. We're ready. We're here. But next season is where things are really going to go down for us. So the season hasn't really gone the way we expected it. We suck, basically. I mean, we don't suck, but we're not very good. So I'm trying to put together a trade to pick up an elite center, but I can't. Everybody wants Miles Bridges, right? And Miles Bridges is playing so good for us this season. And he's only 21, and I don't want to trade him. He's averaging 20. I mean, he's averaging 15 points per game. I don't want to trade him. But the rest of our trade pieces are trash, man. So I'm struggling with trying to find an elite center to put on this roster. Like every team. Oh, Steven Adams plays for the Kings now. That's weird. Every team that I run into. Joe Harris, Cody Zeller, and the first for Harry. I don't really want Harry Giles. What was that first deal? Bismack and Keldon. But I don't want him. Can we exchange him for like a top 5 protected pick? Oh, just give us the unprotected one then. 1.5 star value. They want to throw in Buddy Hield. But they want that Golden State Warriors pick this year. And the Warriors are still very good. So that pick means nothing. And then the lottery protected for 2022. If we trade for Buddy Hield, he's only 6'4", so he can't really run the small forward. He would have to be like, he would be our backup too. What type of year is he having? 15 points per game. Steven Adams. I'll keep Steven Adams' name in the back of my mind. There's a couple other centers I want to try to go get first, though. But Steven Adams, super reliable, so we'll keep that for us later. So we're going to do the deal that we saw a couple seconds ago. Boom. Steven Adams is now on the roster. We were just terrible. I mean, obviously, 27 and 22 is not terrible, but I expect us to be a lot better than that at this point. I still want to trade Cody Zeller. Because we don't need Cody Zeller, Hernan Gomez, and Steven Adams. So one of those two guys has to get moved. And then we should be a lot better. I don't like Thad Young as our our power forward, but that's the only thing we got. I mean, he is shooting 50% on the field this season, so he's not playing terrible. He's just not that great. But Miles Bridges he can play some power forward, but I don't want to get into that. But let's try to trade Cody Zeller or Hernan Gomez. Maybe we get a better power forward in exchange, but I don't know. I think this is a decent trade for us, man. We bring against Julius Randle and Papagiannis, but obviously Papagiannis is not going to be in the rotation. Julius Randle is really good. He's an 83 overall, but I like Julius Randle a lot. We're going to do that deal. Boom. Julius Randle's now on the roster. Okay. So, this is what our roster looks like now. Kemba, Bradley Beal, Miles Bridges, Julius Randle, and Steven Adams. I like that starting five so much more than our last starting five. Then off the bench, we still got Buddy Hield, Hernan Gomez, Joe Harris, Kelly Oubre. These two guys are getting kind of repetitive. I don't know if I should trade Kelly Oubre, even though he's having an okay season. Because we do need a backup point guard in there, and Thomas Satoransky's that. So maybe we trade Oubre too, but I don't even know what I would get for Kelly Oubre. 24 years old, 78 overall. He's under contract for a few more years, $7 million each. So it's not like he's not expensive anything. Some rookie, but they want a first. That's crazy. That is crazy. Okay. Kawhi Leonard wins MVP. Zion Williamson wins Rookie of the Year, part of the Atlanta Hawks. Eric Bledsoe, 6th Man of the Year for the Warriors. Defense Player of the Year was Kawhi Leonard. Lowry wins Most Improved. What did he? Oh, those are like real Most Improved numbers. Come on, man. Nick Nurse wins Coach of the Year. Look. We lost 2 more games that entire season. So obviously, my trades did something. Because we went from, they all right, to they contending real quick. And I like that. We were the number 2 seed. So we are ready for this playoff run, man. I feel good about it. As long as we keep up that momentum. Like right after, let me go back to the schedule. Right after we made the trade, which was like, I think it was in this realm. We started to fire off dubs for like a month. And then we lose to the Knicks out of all people. But anyway, playoff time, baby. Oh, we're going against the Knicks in the playoffs. Listen, our revenge. You end our streak. We end your playoff run. Game 1, we win. Game 2, we win. Game 3, we win. I was just thinking about it. I don't know how Steven Adams ended up on the Sacramento Kings. They had to make some type of trade, but I wonder why the Thunder would trade Steven Adams to the Kings. Regardless, thank you, because that freed them up for us. Game 1 against the almighty Boston Celtics, they win. Yes, this is, they have Cam Reddish. They had the number 2 pick, and they picked up Cam Reddish. That team that's already super stacked. Oh, maybe it's not, though, because they're not very good right now in real life. We pick up game 2. Game 3. All right, they take game 1. Come on. Oh, that's a tough loss. Game 5 is a big one. We go up. Eastern Conference Finals. Here we come, and we're going against the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, the 76ers were not able to re-sign Jimmy Butler, so their roster... Oh, they picked up Klay Thompson instead. Okay. I didn't know they picked up Klay Thompson and Jordan Bell. Wow, their roster is still very, very good. So it makes sense they're in the Eastern Conference Finals. Game 1. Oh, yeah. It's all Charlotte, baby. Kemba puts up 30. Game 2. Oh, my God. They very good. But they ain't no match for Kemba, Wall, and Steven Adams. And then let's not forget our sophomore Miles Bridges. Come on. Sophomore Miles Bridges has been balling. In the playoffs, he carried it on. Oh, I forgot Buddy Hield was on our bench. You can't tell me that ain't a great 6-man. Julius Randle in the playoffs is stepping it up. Went from 16 points per game to about 19 in the playoffs. Steven Adams doing Steven Adams stuff. Bradley Beal went from 22 to 26 right in time for the playoffs. Kemba goes from 20. Literally everybody on our team is playing great. This is the perfect time to have everybody playing great as we go against the Rockets in the finals. Game 1, we lose. Game 2, we win. This Rockets team, They're not that deep, man. They're not that deep. Let's take a look at their roster. Rockets, they got their big three, but then their fourth best player is Brandon Knight. Eric Gordon got a little bit worse because he's getting older. They not that deep, baby. They got Mabute back. Game 3, we win. Come on, game 4. We're up 3-1. Listen, Kemba and company. Look at Kemba performance. Kemba and company ain't blowing no 3-1. And we do it. I thought it was going to take 3, but it only took 2. And Kemba raises the Finals MVP award, and that will be it, boys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, to leave it a like. Comment down below, Kemba is king or cardiac Kemba. So I know that you watched this entire video. 30-year-old Kemba not only makes the playoffs again, but goes to the finals and wins Finals MVP. Bradley Beal comes up clutch, and then the rest of the roster is just good. The rest of the roster is just good. And without the powerhouses, the Golden State Warriors no more, because the Warriors, they ain't got what they used to. Without having to face them, we won the championship, and that's all we can ask. Thank you so much. It's been Kenny. I'll be back tomorrow. Peace.